Mercury retrograde. Don't you just love that? Because I just recorded this entire video before this for about 30 minutes. And then I realized my entire video is out of focus. You got me, Mercury. You got me. So yes, today we're doing a special video related to how do I find a perfect partner in my life? What do I look for in my chart in order for me to see how am I attracting the right partner? Now I can end this video in 10 seconds and tell you you're destined to be with somebody who you're supposed to be with. I can end that. But then there's this other side to it. Like even if it's social media and anybody can watch this video, do you know not everybody will watch this video? Universe is not that stupid. Universe is not, that ignorant. Universe is gazillion times more smarter than us. It's not like universe is like, oh, well, now we have social media and anybody can now give out my secrets. And now everybody's going to find the right things in life. Oh, no. I need to have a conversation with these CEOs and these search engine algorithm engineers. No. If you're not meant to watch this, you will not watch this. If this video is not meant to spread to many people, it won't do that. And that's the thing even about the remedies. So many people get so many remedies and online. And you will see they will not work as proficiently as when that same person who's giving you the remedy tells you in private. When they tell you in private, do this, now it'll work. Remember, this is a cult. This is not some open book knowledge where you're reading a chapter and now everybody knows history and this and that and mathematics. A cult is this matrix where you have to know the fine line between it. That just because you're telling everybody to do this particular ritual and it'll work, unless it's given in private, only then it'll work. So now, coming back to our information about how to pick the right partner. And this is why I said, if you're meant to pick the right partner in life, due to your own free will, you will be seeing this video and you will remember this video. Because sometimes what happens is some beautiful girl comes in, some handsome person comes in, like, oh, forget this YouTube video I watched. You're the one for me. Of course, like I said, universe is smart. So when we're looking at a wife, whether you're a lesbian, whether you're a straight man, we're going to look at Venus. If you're a straight woman, you're gay, you're looking for a husband, we're going to look at Mars, right? So one thing you should always look for is, first of all, which sign Venus is sitting in. Then what you need to look for, which planet is in front and back of Venus, digrically. Maybe Venus is in 5 planetary conjunction. And whichever 2 planets are right in front of Venus's degree and behind Venus's degree, that is going to influence the type of spouse you will get in this particular life. And then you also look at the trine. If there's any planets in trine, and if those particular planets now become those planets that are in front and back of Venus, now they will be the main culprit, the main starter of the engine of your Venus. So you have to know this. And this is what exactly I'm teaching right now in my Nandi Nadi course on my Magavedic Astrology Academy about this simplicity of this particular video. Because I'm not going into any complication. I'm not going to go into Navamsha chart. I'm not going into Sastyamsha chart. I'm not going to go into Ashtak Varga. I'm not going to go into Pushkara Navamsha. I'm not going to go into Pushkara Bhaga. I'm not going into Mrityu Bhanga. Nothing. I'm making it as simple as possible for anybody to understand this part. For example, let's say your Venus is in Aries. Okay, Venus is in Aries. What type of person you should be looking for? Look for a wife who's going to be physically active, wants to go to the gym, wants to do yoga, wants to keep her body fit, wants to eat healthy. Look for a wife who is very good at administrative duty, either in her professional life or personal life. Meaning, you as a husband and wife, you have to pay your bills, do everything. She has everything set up. These are unpaid bills. These are paid bills. And this is, we have to submit this particular form here, that particular form there. If that administrative side is very well organized, that's the right Venus, that's the right wife for you. Why am I saying this? Because Aries is ruled by Mars. But guess who's exalted in Aries? Sun. Sun is king, sun is administration. All kinds of government work and paperwork that needs to take place is going to take place at the sun's highest level. And the other thing, let's say Venus is in Aries. Venus is with Jupiter. So then what happens? Look for a wife who has this quality, but is pious, is a teacher, wants to teach other people, wants to talk about some higher philosophy, but is also not stubborn about her own belief system. Like if she thinks that if you eat non-veg, you're going to go to hell, and that's it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Now you're getting that rigid side of that Venus, Aries, and Jupiter combination. If she thinks God is this, but astrology is completely zero, doesn't mean anything to me. Now there's that weaker side of Jupiter that is attached with this Venus. Jupiter-Venus combination in Aries, the right one will be somebody who's always willing to teach and protect people, but also at the same time is willing to be open enough to listen to someone else and take advice and not be like rigid about their own thoughts. Why? Because Sun is exalted in the sign of Aries. Right? That means the king only operates when it receives advice from the parliament or from the advisors. King cannot just make all the decisions by itself. And the thing is, if you find a wife who is wanting to just do things quickly, like very impatient, wants things now, wants things just right away, even if Jupiter is there, that's the negative side of Venus. Why? Because Saturn is debilitated in the sign of Aries. Saturn is patience. Saturn is hard work, commitment. So Saturn's energy is there as well in the sign of Aries. If Mercury is there with Venus and Jupiter, then the spouse will love communicating, loves to socialize. She will also do a lot of writing and constantly studying something and learning something. That's the person you want to get. But now, you want to pay attention. What is she wanting to learn and what information she's always going through? Is she going to gossip columns? Is she always going on some gossip website and just wanting to know what's happening with this celebrity, that celebrity, wanting to be updated on that? That's going to be that down or more negative side of that particular Venus and Jupiter combination in your Aries sign. Let's say Venus is in Scorpio. Venus is with Saturn. You want to attract the right person? Look for a person who works with old people, is even mature and older in age with you, somebody who comes from humble background, somebody who's not going to be the most attractive person, just blends in, just a normal looking person. That's the good combination of Venus and Saturn. Somebody who's a hard worker, somebody who will work long hours to accomplish a task. Somebody who's also knows that there is a balance of intimacy that I need to bring in the marriage. They must have a good sexual drive. But the negative side of would be always jealous of her siblings, jealous and possessive of her own things, her own needs. How did you get this before I'm getting this? Somebody who plays the game of living with the Joneses. Honey, they got this Mercedes Benz. Come on, we got to get it too. You think we can get it? Maybe from your bonus? Now that's becoming that negative side of Scorpio. But if this person wants to help people in their emergency, 2 o'clock a friend or neighbor is calling and they're up. They're like, yeah, I'll be there. I'm going to bring you your keys or whatever. Or, I'm going to bring you the clothes. It's cold. I'll bring you a jacket too. Here, do this, do that. That's the right side of Venus and Scorpio you're getting. That particular woman is going to transform your life. For example, Venus goes into 12th house, Pisces. Venus is with Rahu. Automatically, you will know when this person gets married, big wealth becomes active. When this person spends money on their spouse, more money they get, especially luxury items. Because what is Venus? Venus is not just wife, it's money, wealth, happiness, comforts, luxury, name brands, vehicles. Venus is at the position of its highest placement in Pisces. which also shows me, especially like post-marriage, when spouse wants to live in foreign lands. Spouse is like, no, let's leave. I want to go to foreign places. I don't want to be in Delhi, or I don't want to be in Bangalore. Let's either go to Mumbai, or let's go to UK, or let's go to US. Now that is the right combination you're getting of Venus and Rahu. Now, on the other hand, we also see, and especially the type of woman you want to be with is the woman who wants to be extravagant. Somebody who loves to be in high luxury lifestyle, higher echelons of society. Somebody who just loves it when you give her a piece of jewelry or some luxury watch, or especially shoes. Because 12th house is feet. Regardless of the sign, 12th house is feet. Instead of her getting Steve Madden shoes or something, which are average women's shoes, but if let's say she was to get Milano Blahniks, Jimmy Choo shoes, that not only helps her, but now you're activating your exalted Venus with the Rahu, which is expanding. You're getting more wealth. You're getting more money for yourself. But now the wrong side of this is going to be a wife who wants this, but also tells you, listen, we got to make money. Doesn't matter how. Why don't we just start some multi-level marketing thing, and we can attract all these people to get this money from us, or get this course or this things from us, and they can sell our product more, and then we'll not only make money, we'll make money from there. When you get it, when you've realized, okay, this person's intentions are going overboard with their hunger for money, with their hunger for luxury, that's the wrong side. But if the spouse says, I want best in luxury, I want the best of everything, but listen, if I have to live in a one-bedroom apartment with you, I'm okay with that. It's painful, but I'll be okay with that. I'm happy with that. Because I love you. I want to be with you. That is the perfect combination of that Venus Rahu. Even if your spouse is an atheist, fine. Let me tell you, with this Venus Rahu combination in the 12th, 95% of the men will be like, yeah, I'll be pious. She can be complete atheist. Doesn't need to believe in astrology. Doesn't need to believe in yoga, meditation, gurus, anything. As long as she doesn't insult when she sees gurus and teachers, as long as she's like, yeah, they're good in their section. I believe in science. I believe in this. It's a good person. As long as they're not insulting somebody's religion, all that. So what? That's their freedom. That's the right side of Venus and Rahu combination. But if they say, oh, don't you dare ever give any money to a priest or some sadhu or this, and don't ever go to some meditation classes. This is complete bogus and all. Now, this is like extended. You know, like how in Vastu you have cuts and extension? Their thing is way too overextended with Rahu. Because they think they're the gods. They think they're the ones. Everything else is just fluff. If they cannot see it, if they cannot feel it and touch it, it doesn't exist. So that's the wrong side of Venus Rahu that you'll be attracting. So you see how beautiful this becomes. If Venus Rahu Saturn is there in the combination, this person that I just explained to you, now add Saturn to it. Should be mature, should be hardworking, should be patient with everything. It's okay if you're going to get money with delay or a home with delay. I'm okay with that. Somebody who's like not the best looking out there, just like an average looking person, but they were so happy that you approached them. They were so happy that you thought they were beautiful. Because hey, you will see that's the reality of life. Some people are not good looking, some people are good looking. With Saturn, if you pick that person that most men wouldn't approach because they're just average looking, they want to go for that good looking, model looking girl. When you go with that girl, now you got the right side of, and especially if all the things are matching. As they say, Kalyan in Hindi, you will be in the right place in terms of your money and wealth. Let's say she wants to work with old people. It's in the 12th house. She wants to work with non-profit organizations. She wants to give money and give her time to hospitals and helping children and all that. Perfect. I say you spend as much luxury items on her as possible. Now, Venus Ketu is in there in 12th house. Venus would be in an exalted position. So first of all, the more pious, spiritual your spouse is, the better your money will be. The more she wants high quality things, but not gaudy things, not show-offy things. That's going to be great for you. Meaning she's wearing shoes, very good quality, high quality shoes, but they're not like saying some big, like Jimmy Choo shoes. They should just blend in. Like if somebody's wearing a Gucci and Dolce Gabbana shawl and they have the DNG logo, that's Venus Rahu. With Venus Ketu, it should just look as average as possible, but highest quality as possible because Venus is in the 12th house. It should blend in. It should be elegant. It should look like your spouse is a minimalist. And yet, if they were to get the same thing, yeah, it'll be thousands of dollars. But like, for example, big CEOs of companies will these t-shirts and jeans, and you'll think they're just going to Walmart and buying it. Yeah, but those particular t-shirts might be like $1,000 a piece, but they look average because they're trying to blend in according to their chart. They're lucky enough to just do the things that are supposed to be done in a very humble way. But they're going for the highest quality. Why not? Go for it. But because Ketu's there, they have to kind of like blend in, look elegant, look as minimalist, look as saintly as possible. But also with Ketu, when you find a wife who wants to sacrifice herself for other people, who's doing some research-based work, she's into, let's say, programming, not managing, programming, analyzing things, doing microbiology and all of those things. When she goes towards the micro world, that's the Venus that is actually going to be like a Padham yoga for you. Now, same way you can say that about Mars. Let's say Mars is in the sign of Aquarius, right? Mars has a Rahu with it. The right side of this Mars would be you pick a husband or boyfriend who's going to be of a different culture, ethnic background, deals with science, deals with technology, new age technology, or maybe an astrologer himself. Okay. Somebody who wants to go to foreign lands, lives in foreign lands, because that's going to enhance the Mars. But what happens with Mars Rahu? The girl or the person will be very fearful about wanting to lose their spouse, wanting to lose their husband. Oh my, like they're always worried. Oh, why are you going here? Oh, come back home on time. They're just always worried about it. Especially you will see that when Rahu is in front more than behind. But one of the things that we see is that the right way to pick this Mars Rahu is wanting to somebody who has a very scientific thinking, somebody who's very eccentric in their way of working, somebody who always tells you, people are just doing this whole AI thing wrong way. This is how it should be done. That's the right side. But if you see with that right side that the spouse also has a bit of a split personality and mood swings, and they suddenly get angry. Their brother's making them angry. They're always talking about, I want my ancestral property. I deserve this. This is what my family did to me. And they're holding these grudges. That is the wrong side of Mars Rahu. Mars is in Capricorn. Exalted. Right? But if you look for somebody who's not patient, who's not wanting to sacrifice their time and work for other people, who's not committed to finishing some task, that's the wrong side of Mars in Capricorn. Because that's a sign of Saturn. If you find a boyfriend, you're with the person that you're deciding if I should be with this person, and you know this person is going to be laid off in the next 2 days, yet the companies gave them a project to finish. And they're like, no, I don't care if they're going to let me go. I have to finish this project. Otherwise, it'll always bother me in my head. Because I committed myself to this. Damn it, I have to finish this. So what? The company is company. This is my work. This is our principles. If I'm committed to this work, I am going to finish it. Even if it's 2 a.m. in the morning and tomorrow is my last day there. That's the right Mars you're getting. That's the right Mars you're getting. But if somebody who feels Mars is in Capricorn, Mars is with Rahu and Mercury, and then they say, forget this. I'm just going to delete whatever project I've done. Screw this company because they screwed me over and they want me to finish it before I'm leaving. What is wrong with these people? There, take my project. I just deleted everything. That's the negative side of Mars in Capricorn working because of Rahu and Mercury being there. Rahu, Mercury can being there could be genius. They could be excellent debaters. They will still finish their work. But you have to observe and see, what am I getting with these planets and what am I getting with this planet being there? Again, I just told you the most simplest thing. I am not going out there making this complicated. That, oh, make sure you look at your Mars in Navamsha. Oh, make sure that the Ashtak Varga 7th from Mars and 11th from Mars is high and not these points. Make sure that Mars is in this particular degree in Nakshatra. I'm not even discussing Nakshatra. I'm being as simple as possible and yet as powerfully accurate as possible. And this is the gift of Nandi Nadi. This is the gift of Nandi Nadi. Especially for people with my kind of a Mercury and my kind of intelligence, which is much more simpler, visual, nothing complicated. That's how I've worked. Okay. And then also, of course, I forgot to mention that even on my Vastu course, I've uploaded like 4 different videos. Updated, new with remedies. Because again, when I'm always telling people do this, I'm always testing this and that. And out of that, when I saw, especially with the kitchen and bathroom, different type of bathrooms, and especially I'm going to be making a video on northeast and southwest direction. That is also, when I've seen some of these homes and pictures in their reading, it really just stood out and made sense. So I've uploaded these videos. We'll be uploading more on that. But also, let's say, for example, you have Mars. Mars is with Ketu, right? Mars is with Ketu in Gemini. Who do you pick then? Pick a person who's into spirituality, does research-based work in their work, is patriotic, wants to fight for the right things, maybe a police officer, information technologist, somebody who's excellent at writing. They have this thing about writing. And also somebody who only always discusses about, one day we should live in our own place. We should live in our off-grid farm. We should also create a monastery for monks around us, so we can have monks come and live and help them out. Somebody who may be like obsessed with wanting to know about the other side. Somebody's always fascinated with the world of either astrology and near-death experiences and all of those things. See, the bell rings. So this is especially the thing you want to pay attention to. Those are and especially Ketu's there, right? Somebody who has dogs. Mars, Ketu, Gemini, regardless of the sign, somebody who loves dogs, has dogs. You will see as soon as you marry them, their life will skyrocket. So then they can provide you with all the things in your life and provide you with security in your life. So this, and again, I'm not even talking about the houses. I've just taken the zodiac sign, the planets and the planets around it. This is how the simplicity of Nandi Nadi works. If it's anything more complicated, then it's not going to be this beautiful science of Nandi Nadi. Sure, there's age activation too in Nandi Nadi. If Jupiter or Saturn is 2nd from Jupiter, 4th from Jupiter, 10th from Jupiter, 11th from Jupiter, when does the progress happen? When do all of these things happen? They're all in there. This is why you should definitely have the foundation of Parashari astrology, Vedic astrology, because this makes things easier. But once you just know this, it's like you're looking at a flower in its whole positions instead of just like seeing a small little petal or one little thing. It's like a blooming flower all at once. So this is how you pick the right person. And like I said, you're only going to pick the people who watch this, people who really will remember this video will know what to do. But again, I cannot make every single position, every single conjunction here with these planets. It'll be a 4-hour long video. And of course, with my particular camera, which is a RAW camera, the raw footage, by the time I edit this, thank God I had to update my video card. Before that, it would have been like 4 hours of export. But right now, it's going to be like no more than probably 20 minutes or 30 minutes because of my new video card. But yeah, I'm eccentric, in terms of these things. I want the best cinematic quality, even though nobody really cares. But it's my own personal thing. I love that colors and that the 16-bit raw color. That's why. Otherwise, I would make this video even longer. But I know the capacity of this camera, and my other cameras are at my other property. So I have to go there. I haven't gone there because of my dog and all of those things. So yeah. So anyway, hopefully this has helped and given you the most simplest thing what to do. But yeah, you should know about the planets and signs, planets, what planets are around them. And this is what exactly, like I said, I'm teaching them right now. You can go back and watch these lessons and course anytime you want, which is on careschannel.thinkific.com under Nandi Nadi. And the link will be in the description as well for both Vastu and this. All right. See you later. Bye-bye.